Be like a running river in generosity and helping others. Be like the sun in compassion and mercy. Be like the night in covering the faults of others. Be like the dead in anger and fury. Be like the earth in humility and modesty. Be like the sea in tolerance. Either appear as you are, or be as you appear.
Who is Rumi? A universal scholar beyond religions and nations, and one of the world's icons of love and tolerance. Mevlana Celaleddin Rumi is a great Islamic scholar, poet, Sufi, and mystic, whose thoughts on love, tolerance, and embracing humanity have resonated across the world for centuries. His life and philosophy are too vast and universal to be confined to a single framework. His works have been translated into dozens of languages. The Sema tradition has been included in UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list, and the annually held Şeb-i Arus ceremonies have gained a universal significance. Although details of Rumi's life may vary, the most certain fact is that he passed away on December 17, 1273, in Konya. His birth name was Muhammad Jalal al-Din, and he was born on September 30th, 1207, in the city of Balkh, which is now part of Afghanistan. The titles Mevlana, meaning our master, and Rumi, meaning from Anatolia, were later attributed to him. Due to the Mongol invasions of the time and theological disagreements between his father, Baha'u'ddin Walad, and other scholars, Rumi's family decided to leave Balkh in 1212. During their journey, they visited cities such as Mecca, Nishapur, Baghdad, and Damascus, before finally arriving in Anatolia. The family first settled in Malatya, then moved to Erzincan and Karaman, where Rumi married Gevher Banu at the age of 18. At the time, Konya was the capital of the Seljuk Empire, and Sultan Alauddin Keykubat invited Rumi's father, Baha'u'ddin Walad, to the city, honoring him with great respect. The Sultan even built a madrasa in his name, demonstrating the high regard he held for his knowledge. When Baha'u'ddin Walad passed away in 1231, Rumi took his place as a teacher at the madrasa and was given the title Mevlana. A year later, the esteemed scholar, Sayyid Burhaneddin, who had come to Konya to visit Rumi's father, learned of his passing and instead took on the responsibility of guiding Rumi's spiritual education. Under his mentorship, Rumi traveled to Aleppo and Damascus, where he studied jurisprudence, exegesis, and methodology for 7 years. Upon his return to Konya, he completed 3 separate 40-day spiritual retreats before he began teaching. Throughout his life, Rumi was married twice. From his first wife, Gevher Hatun, he had 2 sons, Sultan Velid and Alauddin. After Gevher Hatun's passing, he married Kira Hatun, and from this marriage, he had 2 more children, Emir Muzaffaruddin Alim Çelebi and Melike Hatun. Today, Rumi's descendants carry the surname Çelebi, and it is known that his lineage extends to at least the 22nd generation. In 1241, Rumi's path crossed with Shams of Tabriz, who would become his teacher, friend, and spiritual companion. Many scholars believe that it was Shams who transformed Jalal al-Din into Mevlana. Born in 1186 in Tabriz, Iran, Shams was a wandering dervish who rejected worldly ranks and displays, advocating for reaching God through divine love. Traveling from city to city in search of spiritual truth, he eventually arrived in Konya, where he met Rumi. Upon their encounter, they formed an instant and profound bond, as if they had known each other for lifetimes. Their endless conversations lasted for days, profoundly deepening Rumi's mystical understanding and accelerating his spiritual transformation. The deep bond between Rumi and Shams unsettled many people around them. Unable to endure the pressure, Shams silently left Konya and traveled to Damascus. Rumi was devastated by the absence of his friend and fell into deep sorrow. Unable to bear the separation, he sent his son, Sultan Veled, to Damascus to find Shams and bring him back. Sultan Veled successfully found Shams and conveyed Rumi's heartfelt invitation. Shams did not refuse this call and returned to Konya once again.
O my Shams, the tears of Celaleddin Rumi cannot quench even a spark of the fire burning within me compared to the longing I feel for you. Only you, always you. Ah, if only you would return.
Oh, my Rumi, what kind of a spring are you? The more I drink, the thirstier I become.
Shams's second return to Konya was also short-lived. Hoping to prevent him from leaving again, Rumi arranged his marriage to his stepdaughter, Kimya Hatun. However, this union created tension between Rumi's son, Aladdin, and Shams, as Aladdin was also in love with Kimya Hatun. In the end, a group, including Aladdin, plotted against Shams and murdered him, making him disappear forever. Overcome with profound grief, Rumi never found another friend, confidant, or companion who could take Shams's place until the end of his life. Although he sought closeness with many others after this tragedy, none could fill the void that Shams had left behind. According to the Islamic calendar, Rumi passed away in the year 672 AH on December 17, 1273, at the age of 66, a day that the Mevlevi dervishes call Şeb-i Arus, meaning the night of union, wedding night with the divine. His funeral was attended with great love and reverence not only by Muslims, but also by non-Muslims. At first, some Muslims attempted to keep the non-Muslims away from the ceremony. However, they refused to leave, saying, "It was Rumi who taught us about Jesus and Moses." Rumi left behind an immortal legacy, including his masterpiece, the Masnavi, countless other important works, and the Mevlevi order, which has survived to this day. Today, his tomb is located within the former Mevlevi Lodge, now known as the Mevlana Museum. His actual grave lies in a special chamber beneath his symbolic sarcophagus. Rumi was born within the borders of modern-day Afghanistan. However, at that time, there was no country called Afghanistan. The city where his family lived, Balkh, was part of the Khorasan region of Persia, a land where Turks, Arabs, and Persians coexisted. During that period, the official language of the Seljuk Empire, as well as its literary language, was Persian. Although Rumi knew Turkish, he wrote most of his works in Persian, with some in Arabic and Greek. Regarding his origins, he expressed the following words in his Divani Kabir.
Even though I speak in Persian, my origin is Turkish.
Rumi's most profound and thought-provoking sayings.
No hardship befalls a servant unless it is written by God, and God does not decree hardship unless the servant strays. Do not say, "I will do it tomorrow." Today was once tomorrow. What have you done? They said, "Out of sight, out of heart." I said, "What does it matter if someone is out of sight when they have already entered the heart?" Yesterday, I was clever and wanted to change the world. Today, I am wise and want to change myself. Do not look at someone just to find faults. If you seek flaws, you will find them. Instead, train yourself to cover faults, and in doing so, you will become flawless. The door will open, just know how to knock. When? I do not know, but know how to stand at that door. When you commit a sin, repent immediately. A man does not drown because he falls into water, but because he fails to get out. He who seeks faults within himself will find truth in his heart. Never forget, the one who gives up someone for you will one day give you up for someone else. That which you seek is also seeking you. You say it is difficult, of course. It must be difficult, for it is a test. When the heart grows weary, the sweat falls from the eyes. Instead of searching for excuses to be offended and resentful, seek ways to love and be loved. O Muslim, if you ask what manners are, know that manners mean enduring the rudeness of the ill-mannered. Reason is a lamb, the ego is a wolf, and faith is the shepherd. If faith is weak, the ego will devour reason. Before disciplining your tongue, discipline your heart, for words come from the heart and exit through the tongue. I never made wishes, I always prayed. I prayed, may your life be granted to mine. No matter how much you know, your words will only be understood as much as the listener can comprehend. Some people are gifts, others are lessons. The pain inflicted does not disappear into the air. It falls back upon the one who inflicted it. Brotherhood among dogs lasts only until a bone is thrown between them. Love is not as much as you imagine. It is as much as you burn. O beloved soul, do not break anyone. Words are heavier than you think. The body can endure great burdens, but the heart cannot bear every word. Do not think you are the only one with troubles. There are those who see your trouble as a blessing. Two things destroy a person: betrayal from a friend and mercy from an enemy. Prayer is knocking on a door, going beyond that is overstepping your bounds. Oh friend, no matter what your troubles are, always let your hope be in God.
Rumi's ideas have not only influenced his own time, but have continued to inspire people from different cultures and beliefs for centuries. With his call, "Come, come, whoever you are," he addressed all of humanity, leaving behind a universal legacy rooted in love and tolerance.